Okay, I think we're going to be live here. Yes. We should be on. Yes. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of our Fantasy Ground campaign, Terror in Terafell. And how's everybody doing today?
Awesome.
I'm doing great.
Doing wonderful, Steve.
We'll see if we have an echo. Hello?
Hello.
Echo.
I think we should be okay. Anybody listen to it, to the live stream?
I can listen to it, but I'm going to have to... You'll be able to hear it, too. So I'm going to mute myself for a quick second.
Okay. So... Oh, hey, cool. D&D Beyond came on.
Sounds like we're good.
It does? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I can click on people's characters. Yay, that's worked. I didn't check it last time to see if it worked. You can't do it at post, like in a playback. You have to be live, I guess. So, well, we return to the Wine Rat Inn. And I believe last time we left off, make sure everything's unlocked. Tokens, okay. We left off with Kasheg talking to you about how, yes, there were entertainers coming in a few days. The Platinum Earrings, they're a musical team that do plays and musicals and even a bit of dancing. And their owner, Master Dram, is bringing his group of 8 entertainers. So they'll be here on... and I also created the days of the week here for you, and the months, and the year. And the year current date is Arcane, which is the day of the week. Masqué the 9th, which is the month. And the year is 5,739 AE. There you go. Good to know, right?
Yeah.
AE.
After Earth.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, I don't know.
If you're educated, you can do an intelligence check to see if you know what all that means.
My intelligence is -2. So no.
My computer froze, so it'll be a moment.
Oh, Mr. Thrash, you rolled a 1.
I swear I'm smart.
You don't know where that dating comes from. Corey, you know it's the way it's always been, AE.
All right, I guess I'll try.
Yes,
There you go.
Terrapin, you've known enough of the people on ships and stuff like that you know that AE means the Adragan Empire, Imperial yearly system, and the Adragan Empire, which is far to the southeast. So they are an old empire that used to control a lot of the countries and islands and nations, but they have recently, over the last 100 years, they've gone down to a small sliver of what they were before. But they still keep most of the best universities and science and mapping of the whole world. And the empire started that many years ago, 5,739 years ago. There's other forms of years being done by elves and dwarves and other countries and stuff, but the most common one that's used by all people that are connected by shipping routes and other trading routes use that. So you've noticed that as you've been here, you spent the last bit. People have been coming in, sitting down. They kind of been passing you by and stuff. So you see various people already filtered in, waiting to eat their lunch, an early lunch probably. The fishermen come in after doing their early fishing and come in and eat an early lunch. So party on, guys.
All right, so you wanted to see some performance, but it doesn't look like there are any here today.
Yeah, it looks like we'll have to come back.
Because well, you're totally fine. Okay to get a drink or some food if you want to.
We're here. We might as well.
You want to know what I have for drinks?
Yes.
Alrighty, I
Lay it out.
have some pale ale, some golden ale, some stout ale, some mild ale, some Burton ale, some old ale. There's a theme there. But the next one is a pale lager. I got some Quillen wine, an Elven brand, and I got some whiskey and dwarven spirits.
You guys get what you want. I'm good.
Where's pale ale from?
The pale ale, it's local. I think someone up in the moors to the east has a brewery. They make that one in. It's a golden color, kind of bitter flavored.
I'll take a pale ale.
Sure, it's just a copper. Yeah, one copper piece for a pale ale.
Got it.
Whiskey for me.
Sure, that's 4 copper pieces. He gets you a little shot of whiskey. A wine? Okay. The Elven Quillen wine is 8 copper pieces. It's our most expensive thing here for drinks.
Does anyone off the top of their head know how many copper pieces are in gold?
100.
100.
Thank you.
It's always easy to remember. A gold piece, like think of it as $1, and then
Silver's
piece,
10.
It's 10 cents, and then a copper's a penny.
Got it. Thank
An
you.
electrum is a 50, right? A 50-cent piece. I think that's right. Am I wrong on that one? And then a platinum is like a $10 bill.
You know what? I'll go whiskey too.
Okay, 4 copper pieces.
All right, here you go.
Takes the money from you. And have a table. Have a seat at the table there if you want to.
All right, where do we all want to sit down, guys?
I say that as I just sort of, I literally just start walking right here.
Yeah, I was walking over here.
So that's the stage. You're right by the stage.
Gonna kind of push myself towards the table with my palm tree smacking people in the faces.
So, Sarth, was it?
That's his title.
Sarth, Dresh, whatever you want to call me is fine. So yeah,
What do you prefer?
one or the other.
So, Thrash.
Crash will do.
Well, that's what's your story?
My story is I've been in the military for a long time. Devoted my life to get the Yankee way, which is pretty much killing Gizari. Look around, see if there's any around. Doesn't look like it.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, kind of same race as me, but we hate each other for no real reason.
That sounds like all bipedal races to me.
And I've had enough with the life. They're not giving me what I want, which is more trading in the get Yankee way. So I left and found you guys, and gonna see where your path takes mine, if that's all right.
That's what I was planning on doing with you guys, so I guess so.
Cheers.
It seems we've chosen a strange place. It's very quiet here.
I can't hear you very well.
Yeah, I may have to adjust the gain on my mic here.
Can everybody else hear him okay?
Not really.
I saw all that nice effort, though.
Yeah, no, I definitely I could hear the effort. I want to hear it. I want to hear more. I love it. I want some more of it.
I'm not being able to stream the 3D stuff for some reason. So talk amongst yourselves while I do that.
To these new people, I say, get Yankee, we say, Chuck.
Did you say Chuck?
Chuck. I hold my shot glass up. Or whatever my whiskey's in.
I'm gonna start doing some contact juggling with my fireballs.
Chuck.
Up, Chuck.
Yeah.
We just got it in 3D, but it's too big now, so give me a second.
All right, yeah. So, yeah, that's
This.
and
There we go. So yes, you find yourself at the. Is that streaming? Yes, it is streaming.
yeah, I see it.
All right.
Is sounding better?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you very well, but that's maybe my hearing.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What was your name again?
As I gesture towards the other green person in our group.
The girl, the young girl.
My name is Cora. I'm a wanderer. I'm just seeing what there is to do, and this town right now seems very quiet.
Yeah, you know, I wander too. I'm a sailor, but ain't got no boat now. Used to be with a real nice crew, but that didn't work out very well in the end because they were attacked and I don't know where they are now. I'm assuming dead.
You see next to Corey a gnome, a female gnome that you sat down on the table, and she's kind of looking at you, looking at Corey, going, "Okay." trying to figure you out. Hadn't seen a Verdant before, probably. What are you?
Our
Terrapin,
people
like,
are known as the Verdant.
It's like, are you a goblin?
What did you say? Verdant?
I think Steve froze up.
Yeah.
You guys seen the stream, or is it?
yeah, the
frozen?
stream
You're
froze
not moving
too.
at all. Yeah.
And so did the stream froze too.
I'm gonna stop the 3D view right now.
Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned
That's the only
throughout
thing I
all
can
of this
think of
is
that's
that
freezing us up, probably.
I need a much better GPU. And everything works better when I minimize everything.
Are we back in, Fairly? No,
It says
still
this
kind of
video is either unavailable or not supported by this browser.
No, you know what? Here's the thing: is that all of
I
our
can't hear
pictures.
anybody.
Can you hear me? No. So on the stream, all of us
see
are
your
frozen.
lips moving, but I can't hear anybody.
All of us are frozen. Well, no, we just started.
Am I back in?
You are.
All right.
I
Welcome
froze.
back. Welcome back.
And
welcome
knocked me
back.
off my Skype.
Well, here's the thing: is that I could still hear us talking on the stream. We never stopped talking, all of us.
My desktop was working. It was just my phone that wasn't.
On the well, here's one thing: during the stream,
Yeah.
all of us were frozen. There was no anything moving, but the 3D animation, the lights were flickering on it still, so that was still going.
I turned it off because I was thinking maybe that was freezing.
Yeah, it may be over ambitious for the computer.
Okay, now I'm trying to get my camera to change. There we go.
Hey, there you are.
There I am. And of course it's not angled right.
This is rearranged everyone. It's weird.
Yeah, I minimized our images so I can't even see anybody. I'm interacting with the camera like I do normally.
Okay. I don't know. I blurred my background. I don't even know how I did that. All right. So I'm back in. What was happening last?
We were taking shots, and Corey was mentioning that they're a Verdant.
Right. And Rowan, this female gnome. How old do gnomes live? They're a little older than humans, right?
I've never played a gnome. I don't know.
Well, it says she's 141 years old, so I don't know if that's old age or not for a gnome.
Around there. I don't remember.
She's a very old gnome then. But she's all happy to talk to. Oh, there we go.
That was weird.
We're having some gremlins in the system today.
Yeah.
Some Verdant.
Cooper.
Some goblins in the system.
No. Another separate species.
They're a separate species.
So she's very happy, and she's like, "Oh, well, it's so nice to meet a small person like me. It's so nice to have that." And there's some other gnomes around the place, but she's happy to talk to Corey there, and starts asking questions about your family and where you come from and what do you eat for breakfast and lunch and dinner. And do you have enough clothing for the winter and stuff like that?
It's actually pretty young. Could be up to 500 years.
Okay.
And what does she do? Does Corey find out about her?
Oh, she actually is just she is a wife to another gnome, and it's just kind of he goes off and goes fishing, and she comes to the blind rat and finds out the latest gossips if she can. She's like listening to the fishermen. She points over to Maxton and Eldith, who are sitting at the table right next to you, a male and female, and they got their fishing gear all on them, and they're like talking and whispering to each other. Corey is right next to one of them, so you can overhear him if you do a perception check.
Perception.
And, well, you just barely overhear a little bit of what's going on. You hear them complain about some pirate activities and stuff. You don't understand. They're talking about like points, like the shoals and bays and stuff, but you don't know the area enough for you to figure out what's going on one way or other on that. Anything else you wanted to do before?
Actually, hearing that conversation and Terabin having just mentioned about his ship, Corey will repeat the information that Terabin just said about his ship slightly louder to see if the fishermen react in a specific way.
Sure. What does Terrapin do when you do that also?
And she would just add, "So, Terrapin, where did you lose your ship?"
That's I was gonna say that's a good question. Where do I'm trying to remember the places, the names. I have my list here. Where was the place that we started?
Your land?
Yeah, well, the place that Terrapin started his whole journey at.
The land of Zoinox, but I don't know if I don't remember all the names. Sorry.
No. It's fine. I'm gonna say that Zoinox is because that's where we pretty much start everything. It would say,
it was near Zoinox, and
that's a different continent.
It's a little large island or a small conglomerate of like
a different nation. Yeah.
Different nation.
Yeah, in the nation off the nation of Zoinox, the very sandy.
You do come from far away.
Yeah, but it's the life of a sailor, It's never really have a place to call home because it's always out and about. I'm never really far from anywhere because I'm never going back to anywhere, really.
You were from Shada Cove. You came to the town of Cosmu, and you went to Anabden. That was the big city, and that was all on the island of Desertor.
All right.
And that was one of the lands of that's owned by that nation. So that's there were three sisters that were the leaders of the three different lands, And this was kind of an Egyptian background that you were in that area, remember?
So yeah, Terrapin would probably have just said straight up, Zoinox, because it's not getting into too much. Terrapin doesn't travel, doesn't do directions. He does landmarks. So he would have just said, Zoinox,
Fair enough.
Yeah, by the outcropping that looks like a crescent moon with a frog in it,
Meanwhile, there's this young female Marley that's sitting on the opposite, right next to Arlie, and not too far from Terrapin. And she goes, "You guys are so interesting. I feel like you guys should become entertainers in your own. Why wait for another group? You guys can entertain us. I bet you if you made a song or something out of this, we would all really enjoy that."
What's in it for us?
Well, I guess you could charge people, charge the inn or something.
Mm.
She's drinking tea and goes like this, all kind of proper, and takes out a napkin and dabs herself with it.
Well, I don't
my
have
rudeness, but I do not wish to entertain anyone tonight. Or whiskey.
I can do this.
And then Terrapin takes his head and he goes into a shell. All you see is a little beak sticking out of his shell.
Gary the server goes past Hayward, who's writing everything down, just sitting at the kind of squat. He's sitting on the ground on the wall, kind of just staying away from everybody, and he's just writing everything down in his little book. Meanwhile, Gary the server comes up to Sarth and goes, "Here's another whiskey. You want
whiskey for everyone at the table this time.
You want to start a tab?"
I just give him a gold piece right now.
Oh, that's enough for everybody for a while.
All right, I come out of my shell and give it.
Keep them
I'll
coming.
down it and just
All
nod
right.
my head for thanks.
So Gary walks off.
Chuck.
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 That's how he says. Huzzah!
So the moment you said that about the fishing, about the pirate things, the fisherman, Maxton, who's nearest to you, looks over to you and goes, "Little girl, what are you eavesdropping on us?"
It seems like you're the one eavesdropping. I'm talking to my friend.
But you were repeating what I was saying.
I was asking him about something he had told me previously. I think you are mistaken.
Oh, okay. Well,
mind your own business.
I wave and I go,
I'm a sailor.
Well, maybe you're a pirate. We're having trouble with pirates recently.
Oh, I'm not a pirate. How about this? I was a sailor. I don't have a ship anymore.
Okay. Well, sorry to hear that. We're just fishermen. We're just trying to make a living, and we're having all these troubles. These, quote, sailors coming around who are bringing in goods in some harbors up some bays. They're sneaking goods in, trying to get past the tariffs, and they're if they catch us, they try to sink us, because we're in their way. I've lost 2 friends in the last month or two as they've sunk their dinghies and their little boats and stuff as we're out there fishing.
We're supposed to be protecting you.
Well, the Count's men supposed to be coming down here and guarding the the coast, but it's a pretty big coastline, and we're pretty far away from the main shipping areas and stuff like that. So once a month we have a boat that comes and goes by and stuff. But yeah, everybody knows when that is, and that's when the pirates don't show up. Or
if anybody was looking at Terrapin, they would see he kind of just went from having. It's hard to tell with turtle faces, but he's very like zeroed in on Maxton right now.
Okay.
And he goes,
I hate nothing more than pirates. They sunk my ship and killed my friends.
He looks back at you, goes, then you know what I mean. They're not to be trusted, but I don't know who they are. They could be anybody.
Well,
and to look over at Arlie, look over at Thrash and Korango.
You know what? Forming an ensemble doesn't sound too bad right about now, but instead of creating some entertainment, how about we create some havoc?
I like the turtle.
Okay with havoc.
It sounds more entertaining than wine.
What do you say? More whiskey?
Oh, okay. You see Gary coming back with another round. Here, everyone. What about this little guy here, Hayward? Does he get a drink too?
Nah, he
Everyone
needs to be
who's
sober
there.
for the writing.
Hayward
I
takes.
forgot he's our writer. Yeah,
He takes a
he
little
can
bit.
party with.
He goes. It's better to drink. It makes me a better writer.
Drink it.
Yeah, you could take creative licenses better when you're drinking.
Oh
He's
no!
gonna make it
What?
real interesting.
It's good for writers. In fact, you should have mine too.
So one thing I want to give, I think I told in Josh's prelude, the odd thing about creative endeavors in this world, in this reality, is that there's no such thing as fiction. It's all not elements of nonfiction. Every story, every song is based on a story, is based on a reality, based on something that happened. Now they can exaggerate it, they can make it big and more boisterous, but they've never actually made a story that's never been. No one's ever made a story that's never been real.
Right, so that's why it's creative licenses, because basically you can go like make me taller, make me stronger.
And that's why the god that Arlie Silverhammer has worshiping is a very strong god in this land, is the god of lies, because lies is pretty much when you're making something that isn't real, that's a lie. So fiction, no, but lies are the closest thing they have to that kind of.
Oh, he'd really hate sitcoms.
All right, Maxton, why don't you,
Did he say his name was Maxton, or did he just...
He'll say, yeah, I'm Maxton. What's your name?
Terrapin, you can call me Terry. Why don't you, give us the rundown about, the direction that these, you last heard about these pirates, because something tells me we're gonna head that direction next.
He goes, well, you might need a boat, so that'll be a problem, because they don't stay on the shore too long.
I know people in I've got connections.
So if you go north, and it's about good half mile north, jogged up the coast, there's a bay. It's called Green Egg Bay. The birds there lay green eggs. So.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And what the scuttlebutt around is that they, like, an hour after sunset is when they land there, but they have a schedule that no one knows. I mean, we don't know if it's once a week, once every 2 weeks. No, they don't have a schedule that's, we know. They must have some way of communicating amongst themselves when that will be. And so, and usually they come with a fairly large ship, and they bring out landing craft, maybe 2 or 3 of them, to land a bunch of bootleg liquors and drugs and various other maybe weapons that are outlawed. We think sometimes, we don't know all, because not too many of us. We've heard a few people, but most of them have died on the way if they've been encountered by them. And we suspect they come from around here, but we don't have any proof of who they are or what. I mean, we have a lot of sailors coming in and out of the area, and don't know which ones could be a pirate or not.
Have they been targeting specific kinds of vessels?
Well, the merchant trade is, we're not on the biggest path here, but farther into the sea, there is some large paths of merchant ships going by, east and southeast to northwest, and they seem to be hitting those ships and getting some of the stuff off of them, and they get in, and then they get to the coast, and they get these. My one friend, he told me once, while he was hiding in the bushes, that he saw coming out of the coast about a dozen people, and he saw them all put on these really tall boots that go all the way up to their knees, and that's why they're called bootleggers, if you didn't know. And went out there and got the booty off of these guys, the goods, and yeah, he said they were all wearing masks, so no one knew who these people were.
And there's no convenient way to get there by land.
No, the moors. There's moors all the way up there. It's kind of a swampy, cold land. There's really no major roads. There's some small roads going up toward the Keep of the Nine Knives, and that's the next thing to the north from us.
Keep of the Nine. What now?
Knives.
Knives.
Keep of the
Okay.
Nine Knives. Yes.
Well, we're gonna investigate this. If there's anything I hate more than anything, it's a filthy pirate, especially ones that murder.
He agrees 100%.
Yeah.
All right, but until then, another whiskey.
Who's the little girl, Marley?
Corey.
Corey.
Oh, that's when you were talking about little girl? I thought you were talking about the other one.
Yeah.
Are Marley?
I mean,
and
Rowan's a
together?
gnome. She's also technically a small girl.
Yes, Rowan is a
small
is a
woman.
girl.
Excuse me, a small woman.
Marley,
Little women.
Marley is a human who
All of
is
them.
mid-20s.
And then they're with Maxton?
No, Marley's just sitting there. She's likes coming here and watching people.
He was Maxton's other table behind us, and I guess Corey overheard, right?
Yes, and he pulled up his chair till you got to between Rowan and Corey, and been talking to you all, kind of to Terrapin, kind of facing Terrapin mostly.
And then Marley and Rowan are together? Or no?
No, they're like people
Just
who
there.
hang out at the inn in early hours, I guess. They're not drinking alcohol though.
I'm,
Yeah,
uh,
get-
I'm
I-
gonna
They might have had a
start
whiskey though.
juggling some whiskey.
Are you juggling?
I'm juggling whiskey, like empty whiskey.
Sure,
glasses.
do a roll. There is a roll for
Performance.
performance. Yes. See how well you're doing because
Plus-
that's a weird. That's
Plus
a weird
con
roll.
for drinking.
Negative con for drinking. That's yeah. You did okay. You got a 16. You you keep it up. You're not doing like you're not showing off too much, but you were very consistent and juggling and everything. And you can throw in an extra thing every once in a while and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, that's pretty interesting."
And I'm gonna start like walking up to this stage, like see if anyone watches me.
Well, first, Kajda goes, "Oh, well, I'm not going to pay you if you're going to go up there." He's the owner.
That's all right. I don't need your sad money.
Hmm.
He does.
I like money.
Sure. Well, okay. You go up on the stage.
Yeah, and I'll start like yodeling. Juggling. This could be fun. I'm the yodeling juggler.
What are those noises?
Ooh,
That's not a yodel, that's a howl.
I speak well. Okay.
Everybody's looking at you going, "What?"
I'm just looking around, trying to get a feel for the audience. I'll see if I see any other characters I want to talk to.
What are you doing? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What's that? Roll something.
Sure.
That's,
You're doing really good for your intelligence rolls.
that's not how whales speak.
You're a sailor. How do you know?
Because I'm a sailor. That's how I know.
You probably would.
I drink whiskey and I perform.
Here's the question: are there whales in this world?
There is whales.
Okay.
But only in dwarven keeps. That is.
Yeah. Well, no. Those are just the Welsh.
There's under whales. They live under in the underground oceans.
They're blind whales. Yeah.
Under whales. Yeah. They were
In fact,
under
that's
roofs.
actually all dwarves eat. People don't really recognize that, but
And they use the oil for their lighting also.
Yeah, the lanterns. There you go.
Yep. They use every bit.
Every bit.
Mhm. Lore,
Corey.
people. This is lore. Lore, write this down. You at home.
Corey,
It will be in the future handbook.
are you drinking, Corey?
She is just kind of nursing her wine.
Okay. Did you have any of the whiskey?
No. She has passed that on to others who I am sure have been more than willing to take it.
I took it.
Okay, roll a constitution check anyway. Alrighty. You are starting to get kind of drowsy and like almost fall asleep while everybody is talking and everything. Like you're feeling your eyes get heavy and your head's kind of nodding forward. And at that moment, you suddenly start hearing a voice in your head. You've heard the voice a couple times in the past, maybe not over half a dozen times in your life, but you remember recently you heard it before. It's a voice that's whispering and talking to you. Goes, how's the world of shadows going for you, Corey? And then goes, I think you're going to have some trouble soon. I believe that you, Path. Do you do anything while this is saying?
Just kind of dips down and holds her head, and she wants to make sure she doesn't miss anything between the conversation with the other sailors and Terrapin, but she also doesn't want to miss anything with this. So
Okay. Goes, the doors between our worlds are all opening, and we're going to be able to communicate better. And unfortunately, that also means that my enemies, who are also your enemies, will be able to appear in your world easier. So I will be helping you a little bit when I get a chance, when I have enough energy to cast the spells. You might have wondered what my name is. I am Kargvale, and I am a Shadow Lord. And the magic of divination has been strong with me recently, and I've been able to open this pathway and look into the future. My group, the Dark Apportum, have chosen you as one of our voices on this world of yours to fight against our enemies, the Hodorum. So keep your eyes out, and if you find anything, I will be coming back to you, and you can fill me in on, and possibly we can go down a path and open the door. And while that was happening, of course, you're seeing Arlie juggling and doing fairly well. You want to do another performance check now, Arlie, just to see if anything's changed?
Yeah, to see how good I am.
Oh, you're getting better. You're sobering up as you're doing it.
Do I notice any people who don't look interested in my performance?
Yeah, you see an old man that's sitting kind of, well, you can barely see him, but he's sitting against the wall over here. And he's just kind of looking around and nursing some kind of ale. He doesn't seem to be interested in you too much.
I'm gonna walk up to him, up to his face, and whisper, I don't know, the magic word. I'm gonna make the lights go out, and all you're gonna see is my fireball just like dangling in front of his face.
You're making the lights out in the whole place during the day?
Yep, the whole place. Let's see if
All right.
anyone notices.
Well, the light coming through the windows bright enough that it lights up part of the room, but yeah, it dims a lot of the room. And I guess you put the fireplace out and some lamps out with your magic prestidigitation, maybe? Is that what you're using?
Yep.
And then you're juggling your flaming balls
Right in front of his face.
in front of his face. Alrighty.
I'm just curious if he's interested in me now.
Yes, looks at you and he goes, "Oh, that's not real magic. The mind magic is where it's all at."
Mind magic. That sounds
Yes.
like fake magic.
I know people.
Teach me?
I'm not the teacher, but I do know a teacher who teaches it.
Well, you look kind of bored. What you doing here?
I'm just nursing a drink, minding my own business. But you had to come and bug me, didn't you?
Yeah. I like the lonely people. Try to bring happiness to lonely people.
So, otherwise, we're gonna go back to Terrapin. Are you talking to the fisherman still?
I mean, I got all the information that I needed, but at this point, I'm spending some more time, talking to Thrash and Corey and just trying to get to know them and what they can do. Because if I'm gonna go fight with them, I'd like to know a little bit more about them.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Thrash, what can you do on the field?
Attack full force. Don't ask a lot of questions. I'd like to be the first one in, last one out. And I'm starting to learn a little bit of unnatural powers, some might say.
That's
So it's a little. So that's some
ominous.
new stuff. Yes,
Okay.
some new skills I'm discovering that I'm going to add to my repertoire of ass kicking. Hey, watch this. I'm feeling a little drunk because he hasn't drank in a while. I can't move my guy. Here he goes.
Hmm.
And he goes up to Maxton and he's like, "How much for your little girl?"
What are you talking about?
Your women. How much for your women? I want to buy your women.
We don't have slavery in this country. Sorry.
Very well. And he comes back.
We actually fight against them. The country called Wallen that's to the east of us. We're having a big war, and one of the reasons for the war is they're taking a bunch of our people as slaves.
Well, that got depressing.
That is a shame.
But also, I understand. My people are usually taken as, as slaves. So, good to know that the fight here is against it. I'll drink to that.
And I raise another glass of whiskey.
Chuck.
Chuck!
Trying to come back. There he goes.
Corey sips.
Corey's waking up a little.
I want to. Can I roll to see if Terrapin even noticed that Corey was out or not?
Sure. Do a perception check to see if you're noticeable enough. Noticing her.
Woo! Oh,
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's too busy thinking about the next sip he's gonna have himself.
That's good.
Okay, so Arlie.
Yes.
So you're talking to this older gentleman. He goes, "Yes, my name is Jared Alpop."
Well, hello, Jared Alpop.
He's like, "So you're interested in me a bit? I don't understand why, but okay."
I've always been attracted to the loners.
He's an older gentleman, around 68 years old. It's like, yeah, well, I've been mining the mines around here recently. I work at the Scarlet Stone mine, but I used to be a warrior.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was a member of an adventuring band.
Really?
Yeah. We were called the Midnight Swords. He drinks his ale.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I used to sort of work at a mine.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I guess dwarves are kind of brought up in that area.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm not trying to profile you or anything.
offense taken.
Like,
You hang out here often?
I come here every couple of days when I have a shift off.
You always come by yourself?
Yeah, other miners and I don't get along too well, but hey, I do my work and they don't bother me too much.
Is it because you're an asshole?
Good. We're a charming group.
I mean, that's why people don't hang out with me. I'm an asshole.
He's like, yes, you are. I agree with you 100%. And no, I'm not an asshole.
Well, that's good to know.
It
Do you like
does.
whiskey?
That's
You
a
what?
shame. She was looking for
Do you like
friends.
whiskey?
I like whiskey. No, I like my ale.
Missing out.
Well, okay. I like the Burton ale here. It's nice, strong, and somewhat sweet ale.
I'll be watching you.
Well, okay. But yeah, he just like gets back to his drinks. You know, he did mention mind magics to you, so I don't know if that means anything.
Do I know if he's playing any mind tricks?
Roll a intelligence check to see if you've heard about, or an Arcana check. If you have if you have a bonus in Arcana.
Intelligente.
You've heard of mind magic. You've heard it's also called psionics, but you don't know much about it.
Psionics.
I'll put it in the back of my head so I can ask questions about it later.
Sure. Roll a perception check, Thrash, to see if you. I called you Sarth Trash on there, didn't I?
Rude.
I'm sorry.
Very,
I'll change. I just
very
noticed
rude.
that.
You are trash people. You're a trash man.
That's it. Roll for initiative. Oh,
All right, it's the party versus the DM.
I fixed it. Okay, come on, guys. I didn't read it last week, I guess.
Someone here is such
I feel like I should know something about this, but whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey is overcoming your perceptions of stuff. But you do overhear the guy. He's very loud, and he's talking about his adventuring and stuff. And you know, maybe you did hear mind magic really loud because he's a boisterous and loud person.
I'll come join my party quietly.
So, Corey, you've kind of cleared your eyes and cleared your mind, and the shadows out of your mind have kind of disappeared, and you just are left with these thoughts of communication with someone from beyond.
did anything he say like make sense to me? Basically, do I know anything about his dark, the hard arm?
You've heard he's mentioned how there's two different factions in the shadow world that you've heard about. He's told you that before, but you never know. This is the first time he's told you what their names are.
Okay.
And you've heard about how there's a door that that they have this either they try to make people, there's this door that's like you don't know if it's like a philosophy or if it's an actual door, but it's one group is the openers and one group is like not one
Isolationists.
yeah, it's pretty much the same. Isolationists versus the people who are the. It's also kind of you have a feel that the isolationists are more lawful, while he's part of the people that are more chaotic. They want to open up to new things.
Okay.
Terrapin,
Yeah.
anything new on your side of feeling as the noon hour is coming, and Gary's coming up to you guys soon to see if you guys want anything to eat for lunch. Anything else you would like to do before then?
Nope. I want to go kill a pirate.
But actually, so Terrapin, I'm not sure how you want to do this. Terrapin does have access to ship's passage, which so when you need to, you can secure free passage on a sailing ship for yourself and your adventuring companions. You might sail on the ship you served on, or another ship you have good relations with, or perhaps one captained by a former crewmate or somebody that you've had connections with. Because you're calling in a favor, you can't be certain of a schedule or a route. The DM will determine how long it takes you in return for your free passage. Your companions are expected to work.
Okay, so yes, you could definitely start that up. It might take you a day or two before you find a ship to do that because we're not in the main shipping lines here. And the problem is it doesn't go exactly the where you want always. So it might, if you want to find a ship that goes exactly where you want, it might even take a day or two longer. So.
Well, I have some connections down at the docks, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, maybe we can go and take a look down there in a little bit. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna start doing that right now. I'm gonna go make some. I'm gonna sniff around a bit, you know.
So Terrapin will walk to the docks.
Oh, okay. Split the party. I'm not going to show you doing that, but we'll just say you're doing that.
He's not being like crazy obvious about what he's doing. He's just saying like how, I want to get passage towards this area.
Sure.
Like Terrapin is thinking whatever ship we go on he's kind of using it like bait almost, but he plans on fully protecting it.
Sure, you disappear then, so we don't have you anymore on the map. You walk off.
Never to be seen again.
Thrash. What would you like to do right here, right before the lunch hour of the place?
I like the thought of causing havoc, but I don't think it's going to happen in here. But I'd like to, for the time being, I'd like to eat because I need to settle my stomach down and bring on the food.
Sure. Okay, so the menu comes out to you. Gary brings out a menu to you, and you see on there we have apple stuffed mushrooms for 6 copper pieces, cheese rolls with a filling of nuts, honey, and vegetables for 5 copper pieces. They have grilled fillet of salmon, 6 silver pieces, and roast goose strewn with caraway seeds for 5 silver pieces. That's the more expensive meal.
Bring me your salmon.
Sure. You have a plate of salmon coming your way for 6 silver pieces. Now, knock that off of your money. Oh yeah, I forgot. Did you guys update your things? You did start with 50 gold pieces extra, right? Each one of you, or did you not put those in? Okay.
I had
50?
50, yeah.
Oh, I put 15.
Oh,
Yeah, I have it. It's already been divided.
okay. What would you like, Corey, for lunch?
I'm sorry, could I hear the options again?
Sure, apple stuffed mushrooms for 6 copper pieces. Cheese rolls with a filling of nuts, honey, and vegetables for 5 silver pieces. 5 copper pieces, sorry. Roast goose strewn with caraway seeds, 5 silver pieces. And grilled fillet of salmon for 6 silver pieces.
I would like the mushrooms, please.
Sure, apple stuffed mushrooms coming your way. And Arlie Silverhammer, what would you like to have for your lunch?
No lunch, please. And
No
I'm gonna
lunch.
go-
I didn't catch that. Oh, you're going to
I'm
go
gonna
outside.
Take a walk outside.
Okay. And then Terrapin isn't there.
I think someone's going to her.
Going to go find passage.
Sure. Terrapin, as you're going down to the docks, you can roll on the... What do you think is a good roll for that? Does it say?
It doesn't. It says it's your discretion.
So charisma, probably.
Great. My least good thing.
Well,
But it's your sailor charisma. It should work
yes.
just like your intelligence.
Which my intelligence is a negative 2.
But if you keep rolling 19s, it's that should be good.
Nope.
Well, it's not a hard roll. It's not a medium roll. It's an easy roll. So you make it. It just takes you a longer time to do it. So you're spending a couple hours to find it.
Hey,
And
you have a boat? No? Okay. Hey, do you have a boat? No. Hey, I know you. No, I don't know you. Okay.
I know
Oh,
your
and-
boat.
I know the boat. Does that count? No?
so 5 days from now, then a boat is going to come by that will be going to that direction.
All right.
And the day is a Wednesday, so it would be. And there's 7 days just like ours. So Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I said 5 days. So the next Monday. And on Saturday evening is when the troop is coming. So it's Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days evening is when the entertainment, the platinum earrings are going to be here.
And then in 2 more days after that is when we can have passage.
Correct.
All right. Gotcha.
They hung up on me.
Are you knocked off?
I think Alex got hung up on.
Yeah, it did that to me.
I don't understand.
No, that's
It's-
what had happened to me earlier too.
Yeah,
It's
it's Skype. Skype does this stuff. Yeah.
On Wednesdays, just to celebrate the
Yes,
cast. Yeah.
of course.
All right. Well, then I'll make my way back to the bar to find everybody.
And you see 2 people already eating there, and some other people, of course, eating around the tables. Arlie, where did you go when you stepped out?
I was just walking around town.
Sure. You see all the sights. I won't pull out the map right now, but I can tell you some of the names of buildings and stuff you see around.
Okay.
So you see the Slice and Stab Weaponsmith. You see Fragg's Lumberyard. The Temple of Megan, the Goddess of Life. You see Masks, the Spice Merchant. You see Mad Ale Brewery. You see a Scribes Guild House, the Black Ink Scribes Guild House. At the end by the docks, there's a big watchtower. It's called the Bird Bite Watchtower. You've already seen the Tarnished 3 Coppers General Store, but there's also the Rusty 2 Golds General Store. Up on the other side of town, there's on Church Street where you saw the temples. There's the Falcon Tavern down at the end of the street, and then there's also another tavern on Main Street called the Goblin Orc Tavern. You also see Scarlet Stone Mine up on Church Street there. You see the Butcher's Eye, the Dragon Eyes, the Butcher Place. The other temple is the Cathedrals of Charis, the Goddess of Peace. There's the Terafell Memorial Library. There's the Harple Mill. There's Magnificent Cleaves, the armorer, and Talanos, the blacksmith. You see Blackberry Time, the wine cellar. And then a bunch of stalls. You see some fish stalls, some weapon stalls, pottery stalls, clothing stalls. Down on Main Street, opposite some of the buildings, there's some stalls. There are merchant stalls. And of course, there's a carpenter, a cobbler, a barber doctor, a stonemason. There's some stables that sell horses, and a cattle stalls, and and a furrier if you want any furs. So there you go as you walk through town. And that'll take you're getting back, you're probably pretty hungry because it's probably everybody's finished eating by the time you get back.
That's okay. I'll just eat off their plates.
Here, we get the big old salmon
You got it.
whole thing.
So you guys ordered some meals too there, Terafell?
Yeah, when I saw everybody else eating, I'm hungry and fish sounds good.
There's always fish in this town.
There's always fish in this belt.
So you're back, and you see, I didn't take you guys off the map tonight.
So I sit down and I go,
All right, Thrash, Corey,
is Arlie back?
Arlie is back too.
Okay.
Arlie, Corey, Thrash. So, I found us passage, but it's going to be about 5 days time. So we have enough time to, I guess he said in a few days they're going to have that them performers coming by, so you could see those, Arlie.
Yeah, the Hooplin earrings or something.
Yeah, the Duplo Doppels or whatever. I wasn't paying attention.
The platinum earrings.
Oh.
Yeah, the Duplo Doppels. They're coming here, and you could have a chance to see them, but maybe we can do some more investigating while we wait.
You got it.
So, I know you haven't said it so far, but Corey would ask which ship we are going to be getting.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Does Terrapin know the name of the ship, or does he just know that there is a ship that's coming by that he can get passage on?
Yeah, you do know the name of the ship. It's called the White Worm.
The White Worm.
Yeah, they paint it all white, and they have a dragon on their sail, which is called a worm also sometimes.
So
The worm with a Y.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, the White.
Perhaps we might want to spread rumors that it's carrying valuable cargo when it leaves. Maybe we can raise the chances of attracting our pirate friends.
Well, I was about to ask you why, but that's you just explained.
I like their thinking.
Yeah, you
Let me spread some rumors.
Sure. Do a also a performance roll, I guess.
I guess are we all do? Or is this something that we're all doing, or is we're going to do this later?
Well, if you're doing it here, you can do it now.
I was going to say Corey was expecting a plan, but she just kind of watches as Arlie gets started.
You're starting to talk real loud.
I'm
And say,
just starting to talk shit.
tell me what you're saying.
Unbelievable.
Tell me what you're saying.
Oh man, did you hear?
A little louder.
Did you hear? There's gonna be.
I'm not hearing you.
Tiny
Your mic-
stuff.
Your microphone's cutting off.
Yeah, what is going going on? I hear it cutting out too on mine.
Yeah, Rudy's was going in and out earlier, and now yours is starting.
How about now? Do you hear me fine?
Yeah, you've been fine recently. That was actually a little, like
There
about
was a
10 minutes
second,
Yeah,
ago.
what the hell? Okay. Hey, did you hear? There's gonna be white shiny stuff on the White Worm Monday night after dark. Well, I guess that's night.
What says throw in next? The gnome girl. What are you talking about? What
White shiny stuff, diamonds.
diamonds?
I mean, diamonds are clear. They're not white.
Well, I don't know. I have elf vision.
And
Must not be
Corey's
good.
like trying to fake shush her at this point. We're not supposed to be talking about that. Wink,
Whatever.
wink.
Hmm.
If you want a diamond, come to the White Worm
What?
Monday night.
Want to dine in? Is that what you just said?
No, if you want a diamond.
Oh, dine. I thought you said dine in. You want to dine in?
Here, you can dine in on the
Oh.
boat.
Terrapin's just confused for a second, then he goes, "Oh, yeah, no."
No.
Corey kind of raises her wine glass to herself and just quietly says, "Through subtlety."
Yeah, no.
And then Terrapin points at Marley and goes,
Yes, to your tea.
Is that weird solo guy still over there?
Yes, he is.
Earlier.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna have a private conversation with him and personally invite him to vote on Monday because there's supplies that are gonna help his mine. But
Like-
secretly, I don't trust him, so I think he's a pirate.
He's like, well, I'm not like the owner of the mine. You might want to talk to them. I just work there.
Bring him in. I'll talk to him.
He's like, okay, you guys are kind of peculiar, I haven't met strange people like you since I was adventuring.
I'm not strange. This is normal.
I'm not
Oh.
strange.
and I pull out an entire like fish boat, like like the entire fish skeleton out of my mouth.
He's
And
at
then
the table over by the stairs there, but you're talking to Arlie. I guess walked over to him, or did you pull?
Yeah, sorry.
Did
I
you
was-
walk? Did you want him to come toward you?
No, I walked toward him.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know.
That's okay. He talks fairly loud. If you want to say something, it's not that far away.
I'm not strange.
He goes, "Yeah, but you do remind me of this one group I met once. They're the ones that killed most of the people I adventured with back in the day. They used the psionics attacks on us, and there was not much we can do." And he said that loud enough that everybody could hear it.
Yeah, that shit mess you up.
Oh, you know about psionics?
I do. I'm trying to learn more about it. Actually,
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there's a rumor about a guy who can teach.
what's this rumor?
Oh, well, I don't know. What's in it for me?
Who's saying this?
The old gentleman that's been talking to Arlie recently. Sherrod
On the map.
Alpop. He's right over here.
You tell me. What are you looking for?
Well, maybe money. I heard diamonds are around. I wouldn't mind having one of those.
Yeah, if it's diamonds, can help you. I actually know where there will be some diamonds and not too well guarded. Just going to have to take a trip on a boat.
Okay, well, if you find some, yeah, be happy to tell you more about this person I've heard, this guru of psionics.
I'll tell you where you can find the diamonds, but what is it going to take to give me your information now?
Oh no, I'm not going to give you your information now. I'll wait till I see the diamond, then I'll give you the information.
Yeah, I think you just talk a lot and waste my time. Keep your mouth shut next time. And he walks back, and as he's walking back, he says to Maxton, "How much for your wife?"
Wrong glass,
Right.
sir.
All right.
He just shakes his head and he's like, okay, and he starts spouting out some words of psionics that you've heard of before. You know, some of the powers that psionics brings out and stuff.
Mecca lecca high, mecca hiney ho.
The same guy I was just talking to?
Yeah,
Charlie?
yeah.
Ooh, he's not bluffing.
Yeah, well, I have nothing for him now, so.
Do I understand anything he's saying?
Yeah, I don't think you've probably heard too much about psionics. It's a pretty specialized field.
Do I understand any of it?
Yes, you do. You've been searching for it for a while, so he is saying words that probably makes sense to you.
What is Hayward doing during all this?
Well, he did order some food. He ordered a small portion. Didn't really have much money, so he just bought him
out on the floor drunk.
he's eating it, and he's writing a long syllogy about what's happening, and just like all sorts of little text that he's putting addendums on this, and he's just lost in his world of stuff that he's writing about you guys. But he's seeing all these little ways that you guys. He's like, okay, well, wonder if they follow that path, or wonder if they go after that person and find more about. So they're going to get a boat, and they're gonna. Oh, there's a platinum earrings coming. He's all writing down these little things. But he ate the cheese rolls with fillings of nuts, honeys, and vegetables.
The next one up was the goose thing, right?
Yes.
I will pay for another one of those meals for him.
Oh, okay. A goose meal?
As well as whatever he's drinking.
Yeah, he's had enough whiskey. He's not really wanting more.
Fair enough. If he'd like something lighter, I'll buy him something lighter.
Well, he's happy to take it. Thank you.
So, Hayward, I think I have a request to make of you.
He's like, sure, what would it be?
You're a bard, you said, correct?
I was trained one, yes, but I've been doing more and more diplomatic work recently. I'm kind of getting away from that now.
Well, we will be going off on a ship in the next couple days. And if you could perhaps chalk it up and spread the word, it could be very helpful to us.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I could.
It doesn't have to be anything extreme. Just bringing up the name, you know.
He's like,
bring up the glory of sea voyages, that sort of thing.
Sure. I can try my best. And he tries a little performance roll to see how he will do in the future with it. And he rolls a 6, so he's not going to be the best one. He's not trained in that as much as other stuff. He actually has a good intimidation.
I went looking for a bard and I found a herald.
His highest roll is nature. No, athletics. I call him a klutz, but he's one of those klutzes that can. He's like a drunken monk kind of klutz.
All right.
At that time,
the effectiveness.
Yes. At that time, a gentleman walks in the door. He's looks like a typical fishing fisherman here. And he's like, does he have what?
No.
You cut off there. What?
No, go on.
Okay.
Lohang?
Lohang, yes. He walks in and goes, "Oh, hello, Kashag. Oh, glad to see you. Has anybody seen my let me make sure I got this. My nephew, Joskar. He was out over at the cemetery east of town, visiting with the priest Iriad Blind. But I just went out there because I hadn't seen him all night. He didn't come back to the house in the evening, and my brother has asked me to go searching around town, and I haven't seen him in any place. This is my last place. And have you seen him?" Kashag goes, "No, I haven't seen him anywhere." Like, he went to the cemetery, talked to the priest there, and then when he left the church there, he went through the cemetery, and I guess he never came back to town. No one's seen him. Oh man, I wish I could find someone to help me figure out what's going on. I'd actually pay some good money for that.
I want to know if Terrapin can hear this thing.
Yeah, everybody can hear this thing. The whole he's talking loud enough.
I want to roll a perception check just to see if Terrapin's even bothering to listen.
Sure.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
He heard gold and he immediately taps Thrash on the arm and goes,
"You hear that? Gold. We could use gold to help us with the pirates."
How about diamonds?
Well,
He yells out to Lohang.
No, you yell it out to Lohan. He looks at it and goes, Who said that? And he sees this scary looking, lizardy looking skinned person. He's like, no, I didn't say diamonds. I don't have that much. Maybe if you look like you can fight though, but maybe not by yourself.
Hey,
I'm always
come
up for a
over
good fight, and got some friends with me that will back me up.
It's like, okay. He's like, yeah, I'd be willing to. My family, I guess, we could put together maybe 100 gold pieces.
That sounds good. Thrash.
110.
Try to do
Happy to be fighting.
If you wanted, Arlie, if you want to do that, you might want to do a persuasion or intimidation or, I guess those are the two pretty much ones.
Oh, God.
So you try to persuade him, and he's like, "No, all we have is 100 gold pieces. We're not the richest family in the world."
We'll take 100, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
On board.
All right.
Better than sitting around.
And on that note, we're going to probably end it for tonight.
Okay.
That's a good place to end it, and we started a little earlier than I thought we would, so I need to create more assets, and I guess we'll be back in 2 weeks, right, guys? You're not able
I'm
to
off
play
next week.
Yeah.
Yep, going on vacation.
All right. But in two weeks, you're okay then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So I'm starting a new job next month. It's a month from now still. I don't know what my schedule is going to be. I know some nights I have to work till 8. Hopefully, if I can work it, it won't be Wednesday, but it's just a heads up because I don't know what my schedule is going to be like.
All right. Well, we'll try to work around and see what's
I
going
can work
on.
from home, so maybe, I could have it going on and have work going on too. So,
All righty, guys. I'm going to end the stream. I don't know if anybody actually watched this, but if you are watching in the future, we will continue the story later.